And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Let's go now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Got his man, Dell.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, 4th down.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
19, Pioneer.
Stroud now on 4th down. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Now a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
You look at this Colt defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for Indy. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So now the Colts offense, they'll line up and go for 2 here.
They'll let Taylor try and run.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to get them out to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
But how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70. Dragon 60.
Now Richardson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Richardson. These guys running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Colts are able to extend their lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. It's complete. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Stroud to throw it. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game.
Let's go now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Right here. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins.
Let's go. Back to 60, back to 60.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st and 10, here's Richardson with it.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are able to widen their advantage.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
60 by 6.
Richardson will throw for it.
Eluding the pressure right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 20.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Richardson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Taylor try and run.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete. Make him feel good about himself and continue to run your offense.
Stroud on third down now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Play action. Now Richardson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Downs,
76 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
70 Timberwolves.
He's got it at the 2. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud out of the gun here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Come on.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Get it.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. 56 yards to punt that time, 12 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Ready.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 Lions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Ready, break. Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And that's a wise decision. Remember, he threw the pick on the last drive. This time he says, I'm not forcing one. I'm just getting it out of here.
18, hide in.
Off play action. Richardson.
Flushed out right. He's got it at the 15. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission.
Got it. Ready? 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Go.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it.
Okay,
and that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
19 tight. 19 tight. Come 19. Come 19.
On first down, Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs.
And this is caught. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards.
And Richardson back to throw it.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Colts continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Warriors 70.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the ball, on the ball.
Richardson to the air on first down.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They go play action with Richardson.
Flush to his right.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Eluding the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Stroud's throw completed to Mechie. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
On the ball, now.
Now Stroud. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Touch, 70 Ranger. Go street.
Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Rig. Cup 19.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Richardson off the play fake.
Steps away to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. Hawk 70.
Back to the air with Richardson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
Now Richardson.
And this is taken in at the 5. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Check smash. Check smash. Hurt.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They go option right on 2nd and goal. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
18 Rattler.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
60 Maverick.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The backup Murray, his first throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Easy.
Murray now to throw.
Short throw caught by Dosich.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Murray again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
19 Lions.
Richardson looking to throw. That complete to Downs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And quickly, they get to the line.
10-11, 10-11.
On first down, Richardson.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
60
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Here's Taylor again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
There we go now as they will again try for 2.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll let Taylor try and run.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Fights forward at the 20.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
Murray going to throw.
caught left side. Here's Dell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
And my goodness, another interception.
He's to the 15.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Check.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Reload.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense.